Yo, it's your boy P Camp, and I'm here to say, first of all, shut up about my hair, okay? I can wear a fro if I want to. If y'all ain't said nothing to Kodak Black yet about his head, then I don't want to hear nothing in these comments about my head. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm here to talk to you about my man Idrissa gueye, who was a soccer player for the Paris Saint-Germain, and he decided to sit the game out because he didn't want to take part in the rainbow color uniforms that they were having for the International Day against homophobia, biphobia, and transphobia. And rightfully so. He should, if he want to sit that game out because of what y'all represent for the LGBT community and he want to take part of it, that's his right. And he stated that is being his right from religious reasons. He is a Muslim. He is from a place, he's from Senegal, where being gay or gay acts is illegal in some form or fashion. It's some places in the world. I don't know if this is one of those places, but there's some places in the world where they would kill you for being this way. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And I think that's what maybe the International Day Against Homophobia and all of that is focused towards, as far as getting the rest of the world on board, as far as letting people be who they are without being killed or jailed for it. Now, I'm with that, but I'm just saying, if how he feels is that he doesn't want to participate in your plight, then that's his right to do so. Many of y'all keep getting these lines crossed. When it comes to the LGBT community, y'all just feel like everybody has to get along with what y'all doing and go along with everything that y'all saying and pushing. And I don't agree with it. I believe that you should be, as a man or as a woman, you should be able to have a stance as far as what you believe and what you're going to stand on and what lines you are not going to cross for yourself. And you shouldn't be vilified for it. Because if I was him, I'll be doing the same thing. Why do you want to force me to wear rainbow colors for you? Like, no, y'all didn't do that for Colin Kaepernick. And actually, when Colin Kaepernick made his stance, the roles were reversed, right? Every person that stood up for Black lives, Colin Kaepernick took a knee, along with a lot of other Black players and white players too. They took a knee in the protest to stand up for Black lives, right? Because Black people were being murdered in the street on a daily basis by police. And he was vilified. They were vilified for kneeling. And also the people that did not go along with the protest of kneeling were praised. The president called everybody kneeling animals and all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So imagine if the president got on TV right now, or Jerry Jones, the head of, the football team of the Dallas Cowboys, got on and spoke the way that they spoke about the LGBT community. Imagine if they did that, how much backlash they would get. Because they spoke very bad about the people who took stands for Black lives and all of that. And they still do. So let's just say, coming from a place of speaking for America, I don't think that that homophobia and transphobia and biphobia is really a thing anymore in the USA. I believe some people feel differently, but just to see how quickly people are boosted and named as courageous and brave when they're a part of the LGBT community, it's a very different response from when people stand up for anything to do with Black lives or anything to, you know what I'm saying? It's a very different response. Now, to say that transphobia, homophobia, and biphobia doesn't exist around the world, that's a lie. And I agree with y'all trying to get rights across the world to at least make it to where y'all ain't being jailed and killed for having a sexual choice that you want to have. But don't vilify people like Idrissa gueye for not agreeing to go along with the protest. If you didn't vilify Jerry Jones and the president and all these people who said that we were disrespecting the flag when he took a knee, then the roles can't be reversed here, okay? You can't vilify Colin Kaepernick and then not vilify these people that are taking a stance for LGBTQ rights. But it seems that when you switch the roles, one group is always pinned higher and praised, and another group is not. And I'm just saying that's how it is. That's how it is in USA. But we can't keep vilifying people who don't go along with this narrative. If that's y'all narrative, fine. Do your thing. But I should not be vilified, nor Idrissa gueye should be vilified from taking a stance on his religious views or his life views. And let's just say a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, got these views like as far he's a Muslim. And that's what it is in a Muslim, you know, and with what they preach in the Bible. Like it's not, and a lot of Christians, it's the same thing in the Bible. But I'm going a little off for those of you who don't agree with the religion. That's fine, but he's able to state his views from a religious point of view and get certain exemptions from things for a religious reason. So if we're going to talk about that, yeah, it's not agreeable to be this way in the LGBT, I mean, in the Muslim community or the Christian community. But the Christian community is kind of a lot less sensitive when it comes to this. You understand what I'm saying? Let's just say I've been to a few churches and it get real feminine in the church. Y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Just watch them couple dudes clapping them tambourines and all of that. And just be clear, I ain't saying that, you know, it is what it is. Do what you want to do. Clap your tambourine as hard as you want to clap it. But I'm just saying, if you're talking about the book, it's in there. You know what I'm saying? We all get to where we want to pick and choose what we want to follow in the book, but it's in there. That's in there as well as some other stuff that, you know, people do that, you know, some things that I do is in there too that I don't adhere to. But I'm just saying, I just know that in the Christian community, it's been a lot more saturated and a lot more accepted in you know, in this day and age. And that's going on with, you know, in the church and in schools and everything. A whole lot of different people accept a whole lot of things and are doing things differently in this day and age. But that don't mean everybody got to agree with it. When you send your kids to school, like everything about these schools is starting to be LGBTQ plus and LGBTQ friendly, right? To the point that they're indoctrinating your kids at school to be pro this movement. And if you say anything different at home, you know, they want to give you numbers that you can call and get your parents in trouble like you doing something different. Hey, listen, come on, man. Your views is your views, but you shouldn't be pushing these views in school upon the kid. I seen a video where in kindergarten, they didn't put a man had to go in there and check them teachers because they didn't have his grandson in a dress because they trying to be LGBTQ friendly and all this plus, and they indoctrinating your kids with this bull while they at school. You know what I'm saying? Putting them in dresses and saying certain stuff to, you know, certain little phrases and this, that, and other, trying to make you be the villain in your own home. So where when your kids get home, they looking at you crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing they do with black folks and black information and this, that, and other. They spin a whole nother narrative in the schools about blackness. And, you know, they want to tell the narrative now that, that we weren't slaves. They want to tell the kids that we weren't slaves. We just worked for a very meager amount of pay. You know what I'm saying? They want to spin this certain narrative and then have you coming home, you telling your kids about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, pro-black and all of that, and they looking at you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what he told us at school. But listen, I'm just saying, it's up to y'all. Believe what you want to believe, but I believe it is my man Idrissa gueye's right to not have to take part in these protests if he doesn't want to. And that should be that. I don't think he should be vilified for it. I don't think he should be suspended or lose no money. I don't know if he did lose any money or suspended or anything like that, but I will be making a follow-up video if he is, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think it's right. And I think if he has different views than what they're trying to indoctrinate, then that's fine. And he's allowed to do that. He's allowed to do that. You know, so tell me what y'all think in the comments. Get at your boy.